What's going on, guys? This is going to be my first ever fantasy booking video, where basically I take an event or a storyline and I book it myself, cause I can and I will. Today I will be booking The Fiends' return to WWE. Also, quick note, I've just started a Twitch account, so if you want to go subscribe to that, link in the description. So without further ado, this is how I would book Bray Wyatt's WWE return. So, we start at SummerSlam with Team RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. Now, after a back and forth contest with a lot of kickouts and signatures, Randy Orton looks to have the match won with an RKO. But just as he's about to psych himself up, he starts to cough up that black liquid. And then AJ Styles takes advantage with probably a roll-up knowing WWE and wins the match. Matt Riddle, obviously confused, goes over and checks on Randy Orton when Randy Orton twitches. And then BAM! RKO. Goes to the corner and BAM! Hits him with the punt kick. And he just keeps pummeling him. And it takes referees, officials, and other wrestlers to pry Randy Orton away from Matt Riddle. But when questioned about it next week, Randy Orton doesn't know what they're talking about. Randy Orton doesn't even remember fighting at SummerSlam. But in the coming weeks, he has these moments of just brutal viciousness. Like one week, he's fighting Jeff Hardy, and he goes for the ear again. But then, the week after, doesn't remember doing it. And this keeps going until Clash of Champions, where at that pay-per-view, it's Matt Riddle versus Randy Orton. And in that match, Randy Orton starts coughing up that black blood again and loses because of it. After this, he just flips out, attacks officials, refs, management, commentators, even starts going after some fans. And then next week, he starts going mental. He's looking not for Bray, but for Bliss. He thinks Alexa Bliss is behind this. So he storms into the playground and RKOs Alexa Bliss. But once he's done that, the Fiend's laughter can be heard. This was part of the Fiend's plan. He wanted to not only get rid of Randy Orton, but he wanted to get rid of Alexa Bliss as well. Now, after this, because of the meltdown he had at Clash of Champions and because of the rampage he caused on Raw, Randy Orton is suspended indefinitely. And he is not seen for 6 months. Now, we cut to SmackDown, where Roman Reigns is celebrating the fact that he just beat Finn Balor at Clash of Champions. He comes out all cocky, all swaggery, and he says, "There is no man alive who can beat the Tribal Chief." Then he is interrupted by this.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Bray Wyatt appears in the Funhouse for the first time in months. And he says to Roman, "What about someone who is already dead?" And then the match is set for Survivor Series. Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend, but Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. And Bray Wyatt almost gets the job done, but Roman Reigns smashes Bray Wyatt with a chair to cause the DQ. And just beats Bray up. I mean, slams him into the barricade multiple times, wraps his arm in a chair and stomps it. He grabs the steel steps and crushes Bray Wyatt's hand in between the steel steps. And then the lights go out. And Bray is gone. Now, we fast forward to the Royal Rumble. Number 30 comes out. Obviously, it's Bray Wyatt. He comes out, looks to have the match won, when a man in a hood eliminates Bray Wyatt. He unhoods to reveal Roman Reigns. He wants to make sure that Bray Wyatt does not get another opportunity at his title. During the show, though, Roman has a match against Seth Rollins in a non-title bout. And he wins that match with the guillotine choke. Next week on SmackDown, in his promo, Roman claims that the guillotine choke is inescapable. Now, after Roman Reigns has said that, he moves on to Bray Wyatt. He says, well, if Bray Wyatt wants a title shot, then he's gonna have to earn one. Because I have made a battle royal for you. If you win that, you get a title shot. Bray Wyatt goes on to win that match and points at the WrestleMania sign, which glows red. Next week on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt confronts Roman Reigns, and he says, Roman, you've messed up. He's here. And then the lights just shut off. When they come back up, the Fiend is here. The Fiend goes after Roman Reigns and destroys him. Points at the WrestleMania sign, and the turnbuckles burst into flames. Now we cut to WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns just gets destroyed. Like, it's a prolonged squash match. 5 minutes of just absolute carnage. Roman Reigns gets thrown pillar to post, beaten, bloodied, and brutalized. And the Fiend picks up the title. And that is how I would book the Fiend's return to WWE. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, check out my Twitch, and write a comment down below on what storyline you want me to book next. See ya!